So Richard, also known as Scooter Mullet.
Scooter Mullet.
Scooter Mullet on YouTube. He's riding his Ultra out here in the woods, following me around on my adventure bike. You're a rare breed. You also have a couple of dual sports,
Right.
maybe a mid-size adventure bike. You've done the Trans-American Trail,
Did that last year.
and the most important, maybe the most interesting thing about it is you're missing your right leg.
That I am.
You want to tell that story?
Yeah. I guess I was like everything else, riding a motorcycle. You don't pick fights with vehicles. At an intersection, I got smacked on the right side by a pickup truck, and about all I know about the wreck. Woke up and was missing a foot. So, guess that's pretty much the story on that. I don't know. There's a lot of details on it.
You got hit by a truck. The truck didn't really hit you that hard, but it ended up.
Yeah, more. Of course, I didn't remember it, but from what I understand, when it hit me, it rotated me underneath the truck as he was stopping, and I'm pretty sure since there was a good braking mark across my leg, rubber mark, I'm pretty sure that the tire ran over my leg is what tore up my leg. Like I told you, when I looked down, it looked like soup in a boot, so I knew at that point that was pretty much a wrap. So, I got real lucky. It was a major intersection that it happened at. The governor of Tennessee had actually been in the area for something earlier that day, so there was a big police presence. Two police officers sitting at the intersection, a couple cars back when it happened. They didn't see it happen, but they were on the scene like that. I was really fortunate for that. They got on me pretty quick. There's a fire station that's probably less than a mile away, so obviously they got the call into them real quick. And then fortunately I'm in Memphis, and we've got one of the better trauma centers in the United States. So that's pretty much the leg story, I guess, unless you want more details.
So you lost basically half of your lower leg.
It's considered a below the knee amputation. It's probably about 10 inches or so below my knee.
That's just a few weeks back.
That happened on March 3rd.
So, true story, you were planning on coming out to our Teleco rally, but that kind of got in the way.
I don't remember exact date, but it was within a couple of weeks of that. Yeah, there's no question about it. I'd already started packing the bike, getting my stuff together for it, and well, it's called an accident, not on purpose. So.
How long was it before you decided that you could get back on the bike?
I don't know that I ever decided I wasn't going to get on the bike.
Okay, so it never was a question.
No, honestly, I remember 100% looking down and going, well, shit, that's a wrap. That leg's messed up. They were doing some tourniquets to stop the bleeding, and all I was concerned about is, okay, I can see what's going on. Don't put it above my knee, please, because I really wanted to make sure I could keep it. I've never had any experience with a prosthetic, but we all see what people can do, and I was like, well, at least I'll be able to still function and do what I want to. And then I probably a day in, when I was in the hospital, I'd already made up my mind. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get back out there and do exactly what I want to do, because got to get off the horse that bucked you, I guess. So.
And you've been riding a variety of bikes, I'm guessing. I'm guessing you've probably gone through the whole gamut. You're dual sport and Harley and whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I kind of come to the conclusion that bikes are kind of tools. Don't get too attached to them, and get them to do what you want to do with them. This bike taking me everywhere I want to go around the United States, but riding around, of course, when you get out west, that dirt road looks nice. That dirt road looks nice. And I've tried just about anything, but man, when we got the Tenerays and did that, that really hooked me bad. So I don't think I can stop now. I don't think I can stop.
So, Trans-American Trail. Tell me a little bit about that.
Several years ago, you go down the YouTube rabbit hole, never even heard of the Trans-American Trail, and watched a couple videos on it, said, well, that looks pretty cool. And the more I watched it, the cooler it got. So I was like, well, I can get my other bikes out. So I started doing some dirt road stuff, and obviously this bike's not going to do that very well. So I started planning on getting a motorcycle. The Tenerife were coming out. I kind of decided on that, so it all became a big deal with, you know what, I'm going to get a new bike. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do it by myself. The more I planned it, the more I decided, well, sure would like to do it with my buddy. And I do have a good friend of mine that we ride quite a bit with, so I kind of conned him into taking the trip with me. It was I guess maybe June 30th, right there, about that time, 4th of July, we started in North Carolina. We have a friend of ours. I rode up to Illinois, met with him in Champaign, and then we one day rode straight all the way over to North Carolina and stayed there one day with our friends, and then went to the beach for half a day, and then took off and started heading this way.
Well, we've had several people that say that they were going to show up. They didn't show up, so yeah, that's not. It wouldn't have been that uncommon, but you know, then we had several people that said they were going to show up, and they showed up, and they hung out and had a great time. And, you know, so yeah, I'm just. It would be nice if we could get more people out on their bikes, but I think a lot of people just get, you know, they watch the YouTube just because either they don't have time, they don't have the motivation, they don't have the confidence, whatever, to make a trip a state or two away. So
it takes a lot of time and commitment. And for me, I'm real lucky in that, you know, I have a job that lets me use my time in a big lump, and so I pretty much don't do much the rest of the year. I'll work, I get my weekend or whatever, and I save that time up for a motorcycle trip. Used a lot of it this time up, kind of convalescing, I guess, but I still had some time, and so that's why I'm here. No matter what, I'm far enough out west, it's still going to take a few minutes to get back home, so that's going to be a good ride. I hadn't figured out exactly what I'm going to do on that. Kind of depends on where we end up, I guess. Pick a direction that day. I am blowing with the wind. I don't have quite as long, but hey, I definitely am in the same breeze you are. Absolutely.
As much as I do, so it's a good trip. If you had better tires, you wouldn't slip and slide around in the mud like you do. But,
hey, well, you know.
You throttle it out, and then you just make a jump to the top of the hill. If only I had that on back. That was an amazing. So breaking camp yesterday, or no. Yeah, we broke camp, but
it was 2 days ago.
Yeah,
it was 2 days ago.
Before we just slipped into some mud, and then just decided to hammer. He zigzagged up the hill and hit a big rock at the top and ramped that thing like I've never seen an ultra fly before. It was awesome.
Well, you know, when in doubt, throttle out.
Yep, so. You definitely did that.
No, I guess I would say everybody say get out and ride, man. That's all I could say. It doesn't take much. Bike doesn't matter. I always say that. The bike doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't. This isn't, you know, I have a bike that's better for doing exactly what we're doing right now. Wasn't in the cards right now for me to be riding that one, and this has gotten me here. It's gotten me where I don't need to be. You know, I can use my brain. If it doesn't look like I don't need to go there, maybe I won't go there. Motorcycle, or from like older women, they'll look like the old lady will look and she'll do the double take, and you just get this wide-eyed look on her face. How you doing today? You can see all the good scars I've got going on it right here.
I was going to say, it's carbon fiber,
right? It's actually not. It's the carbon fiber wrap that goes around it. It's a molded composite plastic. Who knows what it is? But this wrap, this is where it keeps banging on my air cleaner, and so that's just going to have to be there. Well,
it's, you know, if it was anything other than carbon fiber, it would have melted or done something.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's just that's like the resin that's
right.
Take this microphone off. What do you want me to do? Just walk.
Walk? Want to watch me climb the hill? That's still the one thing I'm having issue with. I can't flex. That's about all the flexibility I have in that knee.
Right.
I'm going to see this. Rookie reminds me, like Mom said, clean your room. Right. You can see, I don't know if you can tell from that, but when you're under here, the bars open it up quite a bit at the top. What I didn't bring, like I said, was the under quilt. So I'm using my mat underneath there. That's working pretty good. I put my heel in, it acts like a doop. That works pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting on a motorcycle, the easiest way for me is on this side, because that leg articulates and gets over there no problem. And then, like I said, when I'm over here, it's just a kickstand. Still don't have any problem. I can ride it there, and because it has the forward brake, I don't have any problem with that. And it goes back up there. Getting off on this side. When I get on this side, when you have my gear there, it's a little bit more difficult. So, even though I used to always get on this side, now I get off on this side. So, other than that, it's actually easier to get on the Tenere. Step on the peg up and over. So that was actually easier. It's just can't tip my toe, and it's a tall bike, so which doesn't intimidate me. But
yeah, so is that the reason you didn't ride the Tenere?
I knew I had been riding this for the last month, so maneuvering.
You're very comfortable on this.
100% comfortable on this. The Tenere, I still need to put a sprocket and all on it, so I would have had to do some maintenance on it. And I'm still not quite comfortable with the height on it. In an off-camber situation,
right?
Road, who cares?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I can one leg it. So
yeah.
Not on my tiptoes completely, but this foot has no flexibility.
Yeah.
So it has flat-footed. Once the sizing and I get to an actual final leg, I won't have as much padding in there, and give me a little bit more flexibility that way. But man, I couldn't be any happier with it than I could be happy with prosthetic legs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. People ask me all the time, man, so you happy with it? How everything's going? Well, not exactly. I mean, I had my leg chopped off, so that's not something to be happy about. But I can't be upset with where I'm at right now at all.
Well, it's pretty amazing that you're out here riding on a stupid adventure behind some other moron just a few weeks after you lost your legs.
Yeah. Stupid is as stupid does.
Exactly.
And birds of a feather flock together. So.